Imagine this for a moment. You've got a dream burning inside you. Maybe it's financial freedom. Maybe it's building a business, finally leaving that 9 to 5, or simply living life on your terms. Whatever it is, that fire inside you is real. But here's the truth that most people won't tell you: success is not only about what you do, it's about who you do it with. Think about it: your circle either fuels your fire or slowly suffocates it. The wrong people can kill your momentum, drain your belief, and even crush your millionaire potential without you realizing it. So today, let's break down the 10 types of people you absolutely must avoid if you want to grow into a millionaire. I'll also share a few lessons from different business models I've been around, because trust me, I've seen every one of these people show up in real life. 1. The negative naysayer. Picture this: you're fired up about a new idea. Maybe it's launching an online store, maybe it's investing in real estate, or maybe it's starting that side hustle you've been dreaming of. You share it with someone in your circle and the first words you hear are, "That won't work." Sound familiar? I've seen it happen countless times. In my first exposure to e-commerce, I watched a friend launch a simple dropshipping store. He was excited, passionate, and ready to learn. But one of his close friends, someone who had never built anything, immediately told him, "Nobody makes money doing that. It's all a scam." Guess what happened? He let the doubt creep in and quit before he even gave it a real shot. Here's the thing: negative naysayers only see problems, never solutions. If you let them, they'll shrink your dreams down to their level of fear. Richard Branson said it best: surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Millionaires fuel optimism, not doubt. So ask yourself, who's in your corner when you share a dream? Do they water it, or stomp it out? 2. The chronic complainer. Ever met someone who finds a problem for every solution? No matter what's happening, they complain about their boss, the economy, the weather, traffic, you name it. Here's why this is dangerous: energy is contagious. When I was starting in affiliate marketing, I knew a guy who was always complaining that traffic doesn't convert, or the ad platforms are unfair, or the market is too saturated. The truth? He spent more time complaining than testing strategies. The funny thing is, while he was stuck whining, others with the same tools were building six-figure campaigns. Millionaires don't waste energy on complaints. They focus on opportunities, not obstacles. If you spend enough time with complainers, you start thinking life is unfair too. And once you believe that, you've already lost the game. So here's the test: after spending an hour with someone, do you feel drained, or motivated? 3. The envious friend. This one hurts, but it's real. Imagine hitting your first big milestone, your first $10,000 month, your first real estate flip, or even just finally leaving your job to go full-time in your business. You're pumped. But instead of celebrating, your so-called friend gives you a half-hearted smile, or worse, they downplay it. I saw this firsthand when I got my first big consulting client. I was thrilled. But instead of celebrating with me, a friend at the time said, "Well, let's see how long that lasts." That envy didn't just sting, it revealed the truth. He wasn't rooting for me. Envy is poison. It breeds sabotage, guilt, and resentment. True wealth builders. They stay close to people who clap the loudest when they win. Because wealth is not just about money, it's about multiplying energy and belief. So ask yourself, when you win, who's really happy for you? 4. The unmotivated drifter. This is the person with no goals, no urgency, and no vision. They wake up, scroll their phone, coast through the day, binge Netflix, repeat. And here's the danger: if you're surrounded by drifters, your fire starts dimming too. I saw this when I worked with a startup founder. He was obsessed with execution, always pushing forward. But some of his old college friends, they were stuck in the "just chill" mindset. At first, he tried to balance both worlds. But the more he hung out with them, the more his momentum slowed. Eventually, he had to make the tough choice to distance himself. Today, his company's thriving. Elon Musk once said he surrounds himself with people who get things done. Millionaires run with doers, not drifters. Because success is built in momentum, and momentum dies in apathy. So, are you running with sprinters, or sitting with drifters? 5. The know-it-all. Ever tried to share something valuable with someone, and they cut you off with, "Yeah, I already know that." That's the know-it-all. And here's the irony, they usually know the least. When I first dipped into real estate investing, I met a guy at a networking event who swore he knew everything about the market. But when you pressed for details, he hadn't closed a deal in years. Meanwhile, the quiet guy in the corner. He asked questions, took notes, and 3 years later was managing millions in property. Know-it-alls close the door to learning. Millionaires, on the other hand, are lifelong students. Warren Buffett reads for 5 hours a day. Why? Because true success requires humility. If someone thinks they've arrived, they're already stuck. 6. The gossip and drama seeker. Imagine this, you're grinding late at night, working on your dream, building your brand, learning new skills. Meanwhile, someone else is spending hours dissecting gossip or stirring drama about who said what on social media. Here's the truth, drama eats time, energy, and peace of mind. I've seen people with incredible potential destroy their focus because they got sucked into pointless online drama. Millionaires know their focus is their fortune. If your circle spends more time talking about other people than building themselves, you're in the wrong circle. Cut the gossip. Cut the noise. Protect your focus. 7. The short-term thinker. You know the type. They live for the weekend. They spend before they earn. They chase the latest trend, crypto today, meme stock tomorrow, some get rich quick scheme the day after. Their motto: YOLO. But here's the thing, millionaires think in decades, not weekends. They invest, delay gratification, and play the long game. I once knew a guy who made a quick $50,000 in a hot trend. Instead of investing it, he blew it on cars, clothes, and parties. 2 years later, he was broke. Meanwhile, another entrepreneur I knew quietly stacked cash into boring real estate rentals. Today, he's financially free. So ask yourself, are the people around you pushing you into instant gratification traps, or encouraging you to build long-term wealth? 8. The fear-monger. Picture this, you're ready to take a bold step. A new investment, a new business, a big leap. And right before you act, someone jumps in with, "But what if it fails? What if you lose everything?" Fear is their lens. And if you're not careful, it becomes yours too. When Steve Jobs built Apple, he didn't do it with people who asked, "What if it fails?" He did it with people who believed in bold risks. Same with every great founder I've met. Millionaires don't ignore fear, they calculate it, manage it, and move forward anyway. So, are your people pushing you to play small, or challenging you to think big? 9. The dependent or energy vampire. You know the type. Always asking for money, favors, advice, help, but never giving back. It's always, "Can you help me?" but never, "How can I help you?" I've mentored entrepreneurs who nearly burned out because they carried too many energy vampires. They spent more time babysitting someone else's laziness than building their own empire. Millionaires guard their time and energy as fiercely as their money. If someone is always taking and never contributing, they're not on your team, they're slowing your climb. Remember, if you want to fly, you can't carry everyone on your back. 10. The cynic who rejects learning. Finally, beware the cynic. This is the person who says, books are useless. Courses are scams. New ideas won't work. I'll tell you this, every successful entrepreneur I've ever met invests in learning. Books, courses, mentors, masterminds. Why? Because the world is evolving faster than ever. If you surround yourself with people who refuse to grow, you'll stay stuck too. Millionaires adapt. Cynics rot. So here's the big question, who's in your circle right now? Are they fueling your fire, or quietly suffocating it? Remember this, your network is your net worth. To grow into a millionaire, you have to cut the anchors and fly with eagles. So here's your action step today, audit your circle. Write down the 5 people you spend the most time with and ask yourself, are they lifting me higher, or holding me back? And if this video hit you, don't just nod, act. Share this with someone who needs the wake-up call. Start conversations. Make the tough cuts. Because your future self will thank you. And hey, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell right now, because we're building a community of winners who turn dreams into reality. Share this with someone who needs this wake-up call. Remember, your network is your net worth, so choose wisely, and take action now.